Hi guys, this is the second part of that video I was just making. Anyway, so this part I'm going to be talking about actual Breyerfest stuff, not just the show. And so thought I would tell you about what everywhere is. Yep. Okay, so basically I drew a nifty map. You like it? Very pretty, right? And that'll show where everything is. Okay, you're gonna enter here, and then on your left, no, right, your right will be polo fields, but you probably won't be able to see them because they're not really marked off. Like, you gotta be like really close to them to really understand. It just looks like a big field. And then you drive into the parking lot. You're like, whoa. Oh, by the way, at the entrance, there's a $5 parking fee. It's not fun, especially if you're being dropped off, because I get dropped off like here, then I gotta walk. And I'm like, oh, walking, and then yeah. So yeah, but here's the parking lot, and then here would be the entrance to Breyerfest, right there. Okay, when you walk into Breyerfest, you will walk through stuff, and you see this like huge building. It's like right here, like in front of your face, and you're like, whoa, that's a covered arena. And basically that's where like everything is held. And anyway, so you'll most likely go right, yeah, here, right, you'll go right. And then the entrance, there's like this little walkway thing right there, and you can like enter here. And then also at the covered arena, like once you get on that walkway, like it's like a wheelchair access kind of ramp. That's where they'll be giving out the Pesos models, and you gotta have your ticket if you have a 3-day ticket. And yeah, so if you go in, there will be an arena like straight in front of you, and then there's like Breyer dealers like lining the walls. And they're not the cheapest. I would go to the Holiday Inn if you really want to find cheapest models. But they have some good ones. It's like the same people every year though. Yeah. And then okay, so you're like in the covered arena, or you're over here again. You're out of the covered arena. You're like, oh, and in the covered arena, by the way, that's where all the guest horses perform. Yeah. Okay. So you're walking outside the arena, outside the covered arena, and you get like here, and this is behind the covered arena, and you're like, whoa, what's everybody in line for? Well, over here, this corner, that's where the Breyer store will be. That's where all the old models would be. So there's a line for that. There's like a separate line for that. But then there's also on like the other side of the Breyer store, but it's in like the same little corner. That's where you pick up your special run models, and then you buy them at the cash register. And basically you wait in line like right here. And there'll be guys with like numbers, and they'll be like, hold these signs, and then you gotta like get in line with your number. It's kind of retarded because people get so pissed off if you're like not in your right spot. It's like ridiculous. But anyway, so yeah, I just watch out for like crazy people in that line because there are a lot of crazy people. Okay, and then if you turn around, you'll be like, whoa, what's that like dressage arena thing? And you'll notice that there are like jumps, like little like mini jumps, not like actual like horse jumps. They're like meant for. I think they're actually dog agility jumps, but kids jump them all the time. Like that's the point of them. It's for like us to jump, and you'll see me and Brianna jumping them all the time because that's like basically where we hang out. And also, there's like a little tent thing. That's where you get to paint your free sibling models. And then they have like a little kids area and face painting, and they have like some workshops out there. And then if you go up there, you'll see the barns. That's where all the guest horses will stay. And some that just kind of stay there anyway. And then, where are we going? If you go, if you go, like, back to the arena, like, there's agility and there's a petting zoo over here. So that's pretty cool. And then, there's gonna be an inflatable horse, which is, like, the icon that I'm sure you guys have seen before. If you're showing, you will go, when you come in, you will go left, and go all the way up, and then you get to the covered arena. And that's where everybody's showing in the hall. And it's kind of hard to find, but you'll find it, because I'm pretty sure they put out signs. I can't remember. All I know is I had to walk there one year, and it sucked. Don't walk there. Anyway, yep. And so, yeah. Although they look really close on my map, they're not that close. So, don't expect to be going up there. Unless you want to walk about, like, 15 minutes-ish. Yeah. Okay. So I realized I missed something about the show. Speaking of show. And, so I'm gonna go over some, like, basic rules. No more than 40 models, obviously. No more, or, like, I'm sure you guys have read the rules. Go read the rules. There's so many. I made a video last year, if you guys want to go watch it, about, like, all the rules, because I was getting, like, really angry at some people because they were, like, doing things wrong. But yeah, I would really go read, the rules online, or if you're part of the Yahoo list, go read, like, every file that they have posted. Because, they're they're pretty nippy. Actually, when I got, I'm gonna say that, but actually last year, I got to the show and, like, nobody was following the rules, and they didn't even care. So, the only thing that they care about is really, like, the customs class. So if you have, like, any of the customs, make sure you sign them. Because if you don't sign them, they'll totally disqualify you. It's not even good. But yeah, and then, I know a lot of people have been asking about table sizes. They're like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit all my models on the table. Okay, well, first off, if you guys don't want to worry, I fit 135 models on a 6-foot long, like, unfoldable table. So don't worry, you'll be okay. But, no, the half tables are about as long, hold on, as my dresser over there. Where is it? It's right there. Yes, they're about as long as my dresser, so they're pretty good size, and they're just like one of those unfoldable table things, and they're pretty big. I fit 35 horses on it last year easily, and they weren't even all lined up. They were just kind of scattered around. I have a picture somewhere, and yeah, like everybody I've seen has always put their models on them. And if you still need more room, if you get lucky and get put by a wall, you can put your tubs instead of putting them under your table, which you should do, by the way. If you have tubs, put them under your table, because that's a smart idea to do. But anyway, if you get lucky and get put up against a wall, set your tubs up against the wall, and if you need more room, you can put your horses on your pony patches or on top of your bubble wrap. I don't recommend using bubble wrap, by the way. I'll discuss that later. I'll do a packing video. But yeah, just lay them on top of there if you want more room. And yeah, that's about it. The rings are really big, and the classes are pretty big too. So, I mean, I've had people be like, do you think my horse has a chance? And I'm just like, I can't tell you, because you can't just predict what a judge is going to think. I mean, it's whatever the judge picks that day, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah. So, I mean, anybody really has a chance unless they bribe the judge, or they know the judge, which isn't good. I actually met one of the judges last year, but I didn't know her at the show, and then I met her at an open show, and I was like, wait, because we were talking about it, and then she's like, yeah, I judged her, and I'm like, wait, you were judging, like, every class, weren't you? She's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm sorry. But yeah, and, I don't really know what else to talk about right now. I know there's, like, a ton of stuff that I could be telling you guys, I just can't remember it. So, like, seriously, if you guys have any questions about, like, anything at Breyerfest, post below, and I will totally get to them in the next, video. And I'll talk about the Holiday Inn and stuff. Remind me to do that. Somebody post that. And it's called the Clarion. Thank you to, like, 4 different people on the last video. I hate that name. I like Holiday Inn better. Everybody's gonna call it the Holiday Inn, so it doesn't matter. But, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, and it still needs a title, because I don't have one. So, yeah. Just kind of tell me what the title should be. And it's gotta be catchy. Because I don't want it to be like Breyerfest 2010 help vlog. Boring. So, come up with something catchy. It'll be awesome. And then, yep, just ask away, and it'll actually fill up video time, and that would be wonderful. Alright, so I'm gonna go to bed, and I'll make another video tomorrow. Okay, bye.